What's goody? What's goody? What's cracking, gente? What's up, everybody? What's up, universe? It's ODM back again, second time in a row today. Because earlier I was trying to mess with some new software here. Hopefully, we got that out the way. At least I got this working to where I'm able to play some videos and react to it. Been trying some things out here. Now that we're in between, building the new studio, Blackout Studio, so on and so forth. But as you can tell by the caption already, we're going to do this reaction video. This is part of a series or whatever you want to call it, of reaction videos I just may randomly get into because, a lot of you guys like hearing stories and memories. And I was on the Instagram earlier today, actually about an hour ago, and you guys were like, yeah, man, talk about memories. We love hearing about that, whether it's, rappers I've worked with, producers I've worked with, DJs, lighter shade of brown stories, road stories, and, just those artists in between. So I want to wait for some people to pop in. Shout outs to Fabian here. What up, Fabian, the first one in the chat. The Hadina, what's up, homie? Where you tapping in? Let me know. Let me see here. There should be a way. Hold on, let me sign into the chat here. It's not what I wanted to do, so I'm going to bring this over here just so that's out the way. And yeah, we'll get started on this reaction video to LSD After Dark. Just a few. A lot of you guys been asking me to hit this for a while, like a joint, and we're going to make this happen. Did that work? Nah, see, that shit ain't working, man. What's poppin', JSV? Next one in there. I was trying to get it to overlay right here on this screen. Down here, I normally do the messages, but at least you can see the super chat on the screen, so that should be enough. So let's tap in with everybody. There it is. Big Rick James, Derek Mallory in for the second time, I should say, today, and everybody else coming in. So I see y'all follow, direction. I told you I was going to be back in two hours, and man, y'all supporting, so I appreciate that. So we'll get started in just a little bit. But other than that, how's everybody's day going? Hopefully good. This is a live video, so I like to feel everyone's situation out. Was it a tough day at work? Was it a good day, bad day? You know what I mean? Regardless of what, we woke up another day today, right? And, we're around the holidays right now. I don't know where you guys are tapping in. Matter of fact, let me know in the super chat as we're live where exactly you guys are listening from. I'm in Southern California, you know what I'm saying? Cali weather, baby. It was like 80 degrees today or something like that, and we're in December. That's another conversation, but geez, I'll take it any day, man. I love the summer more than, the cold anyway. So, yeah, we'll get into this. I see a lot of people already in the comments, super chat. Rest in peace, Joker. Shout out to Derek. You got that cerveza? I see you right there, homie. I see you right there. All right. So without further ado, let's jump into this. I know you guys might be listening, watching this on the playback. That's why I don't want to wait too long. I'm just trying to build up some people here. What are we at? 3 minutes and 35 seconds already. We got about 19, so we're going to wait just a little bit here. Shout outs to Minneapolis representing them Twin Cities out there. Man, I know it's got to be snowing out there in December, bro. Talk to me, bro. You be doing skiing out there? Huh? The black folks ski? Come on, bro. I know they don't out here. Mexicans barely ski out here. You know what I'm saying? Shit. At least I don't. I mean, you might catch me on a little sleigh or something, sled with my son, going down a little baby hill, but man, snow is no joke, but I love, going to the cabins. You know what I'm saying? ODM, I find Hustling for My Baby song. I can't find it nowhere. It is on YouTube. It is on YouTube, Rick. I will say that. So if you tap in, but I don't know if it's available, to be honest with you. We stopped making CDs of that back in the 90s, of course. But, yeah. So let's get it going, man. You got a little bit of snow. All right, that's what's up. All right, guys. So before we get into the LSD song, After Dark, I remember this specifically when we were shopping our deal, Lighter Shade of Brown. And, I grew up in Riverside. Started in my sophomore year. That's when I came from Santana, came to Riverside, right there, La Sierra area. And I used to go to a local swap meet off of Tyler, man. Shout outs to JR Ross. He's the one that he owned that little section right there, man, where we used to get our music. That was his booth, man. Everybody would go get their mixtapes and CDs and posters and you name it. JR had them in the glass cases, man. And, you could pick up anything right there. You'd buy a CD, hook you up with a poster. JR, just to give a little background, he had a couple stores, one in Riverside. He also had one in Corona, if you remember, off Main Street. And I don't even think that's there anymore. But neither is the one in Riverside. I think the Riverside is a Best Buy now. But if you know the IE Riverside area off Tyler, you know that Best Buy was the actual Riverside indoor swap meet, if I'm not mistaken. And then they moved to Adams. So I think there was two. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm just trying to remember this as I go. But I definitely would go to JR spot. It was right there. You walked into the doors, and it was right to the right. Only music store that was really selling hip-hop in those days, 89, 90, 91. So I would go there, and, we would see all the different musica out there. And I saw a lot of the Chicano, underground, such as LSD, such as Night Owl, such as, Little One, Mr. Shadow, all your favorites, right? And this is how I knew that there was already, Chicanos doing rap at that time. You know what I mean? And not mainstream, but I mean, yeah, you had Frost already out and Mellow Mayonnaise, but that was it. No one really on the West Coast, South, or North, was on the radio as Chicanos making it mainstream. To my knowledge, Lighter Shade of Brown, we were the first on radio, and I say that proudly. But there was a underground scene already bubbling. Spanish Fly, shout out to the homie S.A. Daz, in Rich Rock. They were also part of these cassettes that you saw in the glass house. I mean, even the 805 underground group. Shout outs to Triple C, man, the homie Dominator. You know what I'm saying? All the way down to SD. I mean, you saw all of these. These were all the artists that were around at that time. But LSD, I learned to find out, was Riverside, heavily part of Riverside. And I remember JR used to bump their album or their compilation, or was it an album? I just remember this specific cover right here, the fully strapped one. And I couldn't tell you their songs because honestly, I never bumped it. You know what I'm saying? I was busy doing my shit. I was in my zone. We was writing, but I seen it. You know what I mean? This was before Little Rob. This was like a few years early. I think Rob came out, you can correct me if I'm wrong, in like 96 or something like that. 96. Shout out to Daniel Cruz for that subscription. 96, 95, 97, a little bit later than this. Why can't I see my chat box up here? Homie, where's it at? Make sure you guys are on there. Hold on, let me put this up there. There we go. You guys may not want to see that while we're playing the video, so yeah, I'll just leave it. It's not even a video anyway. So anyway, going back to what I was saying is, so this was the early Chicanos in rap, and we was out there, man. We was repping. We was already doing it. And homies would go and pick up their, their socks, homie, their knee socks. They pick up their Cortezes. They pick up, their hoodies, their Dickies, whatever they were buying. And then they stopped. Their last stop was JR's little booth to pick up their music on the way out. So with that being said, let's get into this right here. I appreciate you, Matt 80. That's what it is. If you guys have any questions in the super chat, go ahead and drop them right now. Obviously, in the comments, I will also answer later on the playback. And shout outs to everybody on listening on Spotify, Pandora, and all your other streaming platforms. So let's get into it right here. LSD, Joker and the crew. Let's go. Now let me give you a little one-on-one. I'm going to be stopping frequently because I'm going to break songs down. When I react, I just don't let the shit play because I hear shit from a producer standpoint. Now, if you scroll back already, off top, you'll hear just the drum loop. That's how it started back then, before the samples came in. That's how the classic 80s used to come in. The Run DMCs, and it would all start with an 808 beat, the kick, the snare. Now, if you were really good, you knew what an 808, the difference between an 808 and a 909 was. You started learning the sounds, but these, I could be wrong, sound like an 808. Boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. It's time to bounce. Now, you guys could probably, I can't identify with this person's voice. Is it just Joker that's rapping on this track? I mean, we'll get to it, but my guess is it. Who can name the sample? The bass line. Boom, 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 boom. Two of your favorite Latino, your Chicano rappers just did that shit. Too Short did it too. I know Derek's gonna win that one. Okay, so that is Joker, right on. All right. Now moving quicker, problem solved, cut the bullet hit ya at the door. Straight samples, because I don't think they were playing shit back then, to be honest with you. They might have, but those sound like samples to me, which was hip-hop. That was hip-hop at that time. That's right. Flip C, Egyptian Lover. Now I can't remember the song. Hang on. In these times of hate and pain. There you go. Come a step away, get yourself stopped abruptly, and I'ma disrespect you, Muttley. Made a left off a baseline to the spot. 200 in the party, and it's only 9 o'clock. Scope the big booty features that was up to the homie. I recently saw an interview. I came across an interview that Joker was on. He was on the telephone. I think it was Cali Rap Net. Go check that out if you get a chance. Shout out to them. They've been supporting Cali Rap forever, Chicanos as well. And when the homie on the phone asked Joker if you know what's it like to be, you know, one of the very first Chicano rappers, you know what I'm saying, before Little Rob, before their time doing it, he's like, his reply was, I didn't see myself as a Chicano rapper. Because remember, this was 90, you know what I'm saying, 91. This was before that whole Chicano rap, you know, signature came about. He straight up said, I did hip hop. Two cakes on top, no need to ask, y'all know me. Cup in hand at the front of the line. A West Side party, you can tell from the gang signs. Everything's cool when they're vetted out of monster security. Back y'all back around skin minorities. The shit don't quit till the AM. When it do cast, but the cops come not waiting. Headed to the after party to cause some more mayhem. What will I do when I get out of jail? I'll go get my gun and an ounce from the mail. So P. King, stay tuned. I'm coming to that. I always want to lead, you know what I'm saying, with positivity. Then get into some other stuff, then we leave with positivity. When I'm tripping, fucking with me, Mary's out and that's whipping. Feel like the hell I'm insane in the brain and tribe stop complaining. Hey. There's a name and chill rated 8, keep bumping those speakers out. That's fucking crazy. I'm gonna put it out there. I did not know that they were using that. I use the same strings in a similar type beat just so you can, you know, because see, back then it was like we took bits and pieces and just slapped them together like a bull menudo. You know what I'm saying? And then every now and then you'd hear a piece and you'd go, damn, that lead is from, I heard that somewhere. Oh, it's probably from Dope Man or Ohio Players. And you, oh man, that sound right there, that's from, what's it called? And I shit you not, man, I used that piece right there. I want to say it's Planet Rock, but I could be wrong.
LSD's gonna beat ya.
So there, you could tell right off top, because I heard the hi-hat switch. They threw in another beat, another drum loop. Beat was hard though, man. I'm telling you, the funk ain't no joke, and the funk is alive, and the funk is back. I'm telling you that right now. If you don't know, go check out that Lighter Shade.
And I'ma wait till the sun goes down for the crew to do dirt. SBC putting in work, get your motherfucking ass hung by these fools who strong. I no doubt when we run them blaze so much scraping resin.
You know what? You notice else different from most songs today. These are at least 3 verses. 3 16-bar verses. Maybe longer. Won't sleep through the noise of all of these shots. Stay indoors to avoid being harmed. That's how we bring the alarm after dark when we park and spark in the park. I leave a rope just like crime. No vine freak, we looking for the narcs. It's X with the goatee. Picked up the street, now we headed to the Monty. Tweakers in the next room slanging. In these FB streets where I'm hanging. Like another beat change right there. And I think it kind of vamps out after that. LSD After Dark, there you go, man. Reaction video from yours truly, ODM. Riverside's finest right there. If you grew up in IE, if you grew up in that time, you might have came across this CD, this single. From what I understand, he also went on to do other compilations. You know, surrounding the Inland Empire clique, I think was one of them, i.e. Riders. And this is all stuff that I either came across in the past or recent, you know what I'm saying? What you probably don't know is that Joker, and I see a lot of people asking, did he pass away? Yes, Joker did pass away. I want to say in 2020. I think he was, if I'm not mistaken, battling from cancer. And he lost his battle of cancer in 2020. One thing you don't know is that, well, okay. Let's see. Fast forwarding after the early 90s, after hearing his music, their music, LSD, because from what I understand, there was a couple other rappers involved as well. I don't know if I ever got a chance or came across them as well. I don't remember meeting Joker at all. I could be wrong. Back in those days, it wasn't until later on where I met, before I even met him, towards later on, like in the late 90s or something like that, I was doing the Brown Royal Kingpin stuff. You know what I mean? We started my own label, you know, Mr. Capone, Little Blackie, just knocking out tracks for all these cats, right? And there was a DVD that I came across, because if you remember, DVDs were big in those days, right? Capone used to put out a lot of them. I know Southland used to put out them, Mr. D and them. Royalty, Low Profile. That was the era of the DVD, the documentaries. If you had one of those, man, you was golden. You was picking up a bag, you know what I mean? Because it wasn't just cassettes and CDs now. CDs were the thing, but then if you had that documentary, matter of fact, drop your favorite documentary in the super chat or the comment and let me know right now. Because I have a few of them in the box, man. I'll post a couple of them here on the community channel as soon as I find them. But when I came across, I don't remember which one it was, and it goes to P. King's question, is if LSD had beef with Lighter Shade of Brown. Well, I'm not going to just stand there. I mean, there's a whole video clip of Joker, some of his homies, going after a lot of us. Lighter Shade of Brown, Night Owl, Little One, Snapper, And this had to have been like after 2000 or right around around that time. I don't know when the documentary came out, but he just came out swinging. The video, I'm not going to get into it, showing you. You've probably seen it. You can look it up. But just to keep it short, he went on a tangent and just started, like, just had this aggressive attitude, man. Just like, F so-and-so, F so-and-so, this and that, this and that. And I remember watching and I'm going, wow. Like, what do we do to homeboy? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even remember dude like that. And apparently, there's a little insert that says he had just got out doing 5 years. You know what I'm saying? And then, so I don't know if he was trying to, like, this was his way of just coming back, or maybe he had listened to us and all these other groups while he was locked up, which I'm trying to put two and two together. I don't know what his thoughts were. I'm just going by speculation from what I see as a viewer. So I saw that, and then it goes into another video of him and his homies, jumping some fools in. And then towards the end, again, he outros it with, F lighter shade of brown, DTTX, ODM calls us out individually, and a couple others. And he dissed the whole few counties, you know what I mean? San Diego, and this, he just, pretty much every Chicano rapper you could think of was at that time coming out of his mouth. But, so with that being said, at that time I was like, wow, that's a shame, man. Like that's too bad. Like, I know we never even got a chance to meet homeboy to even understand where he was coming from, but clearly there was some type of hate. You could just tell in his tone. Go watch it, see what I'm talking about. But again, I didn't get anything from it. I didn't really care at the time. I was doing my thing. I just saw it and it was like, add it to the list is the way I looked at it, as far as hip hop goes. Like, everybody's not going to like your music. Everybody's not going to like Lighter Shade of Brown. You may love Little Rob more than Lighter Shade. You may love Shadow more than Lighter Shade. You may love Lighter Shade over anybody. That's why that's the beauty of just hip hop. There's a variety of different tastes and flavors from your different rappers, And so, I just kept it pushing. Well, fast forwarding, this 2000? So maybe towards the tail end. I don't know if this was 2018, 2019. I know he passed away 2020. I saw him. I came across him. And because I know his wife, because his wife is great friends with my primos and my primas. And he was at a family party. And, we saw each other, and I really didn't know who he was until I was, like, introduced to the homie by his wife. And he said, he was like, hey, this is so-and-so. Or maybe my cousin might have said, hey, homie Joker from LSD. And I said, boom, right away. You're not going to forget shit that, what I'm saying, from the past. Anybody that said, oh, I don't remember, bullshit. You know what I mean? You're going to remember that name. You're not going to go, like it was just 10 years ago. I mean, I know my memory's bad, but it ain't that bad. So when they brought up the homie's name and they said he was coming over, he was actually walking in, and they were there. So I remember he walks in. I think he had a wife beater on, some gold chains all tatted down. And it was a hot day, I remember. We were in the backyard, and there was a party going on. And him and his wife were sitting there, and I think she got up and she walked away, and it was just him and I right there. And he looks at me and he says, hey, homie, I just want to tell you something right now. I just want to say I apologize for whatever, ya tú sabes, what went on, whatever I said back then. You know what I mean? Like, I was young, I was dumb, I was just, just doing dumb shit, whatever. It was wrong place at the wrong time, basically. And I respected it. I took it. I said, it's all good, homie. It's all up. See, I never hold grudges like that. I never been one to say, fuck my enemy. I ain't got enemies. If I do, I'm not your enemy. Now, if you do something to my family, then that's a different story, or anybody close to me. But I get it. You know what I'm saying? I look at this thing as a hip hop thing. Like, it's very competitive, and fools are going to say whatever they want to say to either get in your head or back at, as they would say, clout chase. Now, I'm not saying that's what he was doing, but this was my thoughts. Again, my perspective is what I'm thinking. So since then, I didn't see him. I think I saw him maybe one more other time. It was in crossing at the same pad, whatever. But it was all good. And then next thing I think he passed away like a year later, or maybe 2 years later. So that was my memory of Joker from LSD right there. That's all that I could tell you. You know what I'm saying? I do know from what I've heard since then, he does have a son. Well, obviously, if you go back and watch, I think it's the Ron Kemp documentary, you'll see his kids. They were little at the time. But I heard even his son is rapping now, which is dope. You know what I mean? And I just want to tell his son, Mion, I'm saying, I don't know how old you are, but it's clear, obviously you've got the music in your genes, and use it. Use it to a good advantage. You know what I'm saying? I know your dad, he didn't want to go down that route. He even said it in documentaries. I saw clips of it. You know what I'm saying? And whatever it is you're going through, if that's a lifestyle you want to live, hey, homie, some of us learned the hard way. You know what I mean? Because you already know the way it ends up. So with that being said, if you got talent, my boy, just, now's a chance to, turn this around or build this empire or continue the legacy that your pops once started in his crew. So that's all I'm going to say about that. And, God bless him and his familia. So that's it right there, guys. You wanted to hear the LSD After Dark reaction. That's mine right there. Go ahead and drop some comments below. Let us know which one you want me to react to next. You know me, I can go another hour on this, but just for, reaction video's sake, we'll leave it at that. I will go to answer some Q&As right now, questions if you guys got any, and then we'll wrap this up. So let's see here. Shout outs to Vanessa. Hello, Gas. Good to see you on. Oh, you guys talking amongst each other. Let's see here. What's cracking, Loco? Antonio Vasquez. What's up, homie? Gas Mask in the building. Let's see here. Mahute, whatever happened to Pops? His CD was dope. Brown Royal Riders. Yes, sir. We'll react to another, we'll do a pop song for sure. That way we can educate you and run you down that Brown Royal Kingpin's lane, because it's coming back. We back, man. I'm back in the studio. I'm producing beats again. I'm knocking out those tracks. If you remember Marro in these times, Brown Shady, produced by ODM. Cornell, You Ain't the Homie No More, produced by ODM. Mr. I didn't produce songs for Shadow. I'm lying. Low Profile Records, man, I did some stuff with Royalty. Man, me and that song with Frank V and Bobby, DWTX, rest in peace. Can You Rock It Like This? I Can Rock It Like That. That was all done at the Brown Royal Studios. Stay tuned, 2024. We coming back, and I think this is the best time to jump in the hot seat. So we will definitely take you down the lane with Pops, the whole Brown Royal family, Ambrosia, remember her on that song, Mary Jane? Yes, we will definitely talk about and get into all those stories as well. I didn't realize, fast forwarding here, 25 years later, that this music was going to transcend, at least at this time. Like when I was heavily in my production, which was 94 through like 2000. And that all started with Lighter Shade of Brown, Hey DJ, If You Want to Groove. And then when DWTX and I, we kind of did this for a couple years. I started with Slow Pain's Baby OG album. And man, that was the most fun I had. I love hanging with Slow as well. So we can get into that as well. Flip C, Succumbi Lake, 90s, LSOB, free concert. What you know about that? If you from there, man, you already know. We had just dropped Homies. That was 1992, I remember specifically. JSV, thank you. Appreciate that, man. Yes, sir. Lots to come for the Blockout Podcast. The rest of the crew, shout outs to them. And we will definitely be here sooner than later. Hopefully before the 1st. I will say that. But any other questions before I bounce? All right, guys, please give this video a like, big thumbs up, and also subscribe to the channel. I can see who is and who isn't. If you could do me that favor, just hit that subscribe button. That'll help us a lot as well. Helps get the algorithm going, and tells YouTube, damn, this channel's growing. That's what we want to do. And remember, you grow with us. So that's it, my man. Mr. Fern, is he still rapping? Nando B. I don't know, bro. I saw Fern. Man, it's been a few years. But it's always good, good conversation when I come across Homie. Fern has always been a solid dude. Always, man. He got his family and whatnot. But super dope cat right there, Lil Fern. We used to party back in the days as well. So that's it, man. All right, guys. Drop a comment.